Why certain people seem to attract toxic individuals, especially narcissists, no matter how much good they do. Now, what if I told you it's not random? It might actually be connected to your past lives. If you feel like you're a chosen one, someone with a deep purpose and a special light within, this might just explain why narcissists seem drawn to you like a moth to a flame. Chosen ones often carry the weight of spiritual energy and wisdom from many lifetimes. But here's the twist. This energy doesn't just attract positivity, it also pulls in those who want to dim that light, like narcissists. Why does this happen? And what does it mean for your spiritual journey? In this video or post, we'll uncover 17 mind-blowing reasons why chosen ones attract narcissists. From karmic lessons and spiritual contracts to the energy of light and shadow, you'll learn how your past lives shape the connections you make in this one. But wait, don't go anywhere. This isn't just about uncovering the why. By the end, you'll gain powerful insights to protect your energy, set healthy boundaries, and turn this challenge into spiritual strength. Before we dive in, make sure to join our loving community of like-minded souls. Show some love by liking, sharing, and commenting. Together we can create a space where we uplift each other and grow stronger every day. So, stay with me till the end, because what you're about to discover might completely change how you see yourself, your past, and the people you attract. Let's get started. Chosen ones are unique individuals with a deep spiritual connection, often shaped by the experiences and wisdom they've gathered over many lifetimes. These experiences leave behind something called energy imprints, vibrations or marks from their past lives that remain with their soul. These imprints are not visible, but they shape how a chosen one carries themselves and interacts with the world. This energy is powerful, like a beacon of light in a dark room, radiating warmth, compassion, and strength. But here's where it gets interesting. This light doesn't only attract good people who are inspired by it, it also draws in individuals who want to take advantage of it, such as narcissists. Narcissists, whether they realize it or not, are always seeking something to feed their own egos. They are drawn to strong, radiant energy because it makes them feel important or powerful just by being around it. For them, the energy of a chosen one is like finding a treasure chest. They crave the attention, admiration, and care that chosen ones naturally give, and they latch onto it. But why does this happen? It's because the energy imprints of chosen ones carry a sense of wisdom, strength, and healing that narcissists subconsciously recognize. Even if the chosen one has no idea about their past lives, the energy they carry speaks volumes. It's almost as if the narcissist can sense that this person has something special, something rare, and they want to possess or control it. However, this connection is often one-sided. While the chosen one might see potential for growth or healing in the narcissist is usually focused on taking without giving back. This can leave the chosen one feeling drained, confused, and even questioning their worth. Understanding this dynamic is crucial for chosen ones. Recognizing that their energy is precious and unique can help them protect it. They can learn to set boundaries, guard their light, and only share their energy with those who respect and uplift them. The energy imprints of past lives make chosen ones truly special, but they also require care and wisdom to navigate relationships. These imprints are not a weakness, they're a sign of deep spiritual strength. Chosen ones often walk a unique path, one filled with spiritual challenges and lessons that carry over from lifetime to lifetime. These lessons are part of what's known as karmic cycles, patterns of behavior, or relationships that repeat until they're resolved. Sometimes these cycles involve difficult people, and narcissists are often among them. When a narcissist enters the life of a chosen one, it's rarely by accident. On a deeper, spiritual level, it's as if their souls are playing out an agreement made long before they were born. The narcissist's role may be to bring challenges that force the chosen one to grow, heal, or break free from patterns that no longer serve them. This can show up in many ways. For example, in a past life, the chosen one might have sacrificed too much for others, neglecting their own needs. In this life, a narcissist might come along to mirror that pattern, constantly taking and leaving the chosen one feeling drained. At first, it may seem unfair or painful, but beneath the surface, it's an opportunity, a chance to recognize the pattern and finally break it by learning to set boundaries and value their own worth. Narcissists can be powerful teachers in disguise. Though their actions might seem selfish or harmful, they push the chosen one to grow stronger, wiser, and more self-aware. Without these challenges, some lessons might take lifetimes to learn. However, this doesn't mean the chosen one has to tolerate abuse or stay in toxic relationships. The purpose of these karmic encounters is not to suffer, but to awaken to realize their own strength and wisdom. By standing up for themselves, recognizing the cycle, and choosing to break it, chosen ones free themselves from that karmic bond, clearing the path for greater spiritual growth. Ultimately, these encounters help chosen ones step fully into their power. They teach resilience, self-respect, and the courage to walk away from what doesn't serve their higher purpose. Karmic cycles might bring narcissists into their lives, but they also give chosen ones the tools to rise above them, transforming pain into growth and patterns into freedom. Chosen ones often carry the healer archetype, a deep spiritual role they've nurtured through lifetimes of service and compassion. This archetype represents a natural ability to heal others, not just physically but emotionally and spiritually as well. Over many incarnations, they've developed wisdom, kindness, and an inner strength that naturally draws people in, especially those who are hurting or lost. For someone with the healer archetype, it's almost second nature to offer comfort and support to those in need. Their energy feels safe, calming, and nurturing, like a warm embrace for someone who is emotionally wounded. But while this is a beautiful gift, it also makes them highly attractive to broken or toxic individuals, including narcissists. Narcissists are often deeply insecure, even if they don't show it on the surface. They crave validation, attention, and emotional repair, and the energy of a healer feels like a solution to their inner emptiness. They're drawn to the healer's light like moths to a flame, seeking the soothing care they instinctively know the chosen one can provide. But here's the challenge: narcissists rarely reciprocate the same care. Instead of a healthy, balanced relationship, they often drain the healer's energy while giving little to nothing in return. For the chosen one, this can lead to feelings of exhaustion, frustration, and even guilt, as they might feel responsible for fixing someone who doesn't truly want to change. Here's a powerful truth to remember: healing others is not your sole purpose. While the healer archetype is a core part of the chosen one's soul, it's not meant to come at the cost of their own well-being. These encounters serve as a reminder to balance their giving nature with self-care and boundaries. When chosen ones learn to set limits, they can still offer their gift of healing without allowing others to misuse it. The healer archetype is a beautiful legacy of past lives, but it must be guided by wisdom in this one. By protecting their energy, chosen ones can continue to shine their light while attracting relationships that uplift and nurture their soul. Chosen ones often carry an aura of abundance, a radiant energy that reflects the spiritual wealth and wisdom they've cultivated over lifetimes. This abundance isn't about material possessions, it's about a richness of spirit, an inner light that shines with confidence, compassion, and purpose. It's the kind of presence that naturally draws people in, like sunlight breaking through a cloudy sky. This aura of abundance is no accident. It comes from the deep spiritual growth chosen ones have experienced in their past lives, Through challenges, sacrifices, and triumphs, they've built a reservoir of energy that radiates strength, peace, and fulfillment. Even if they don't always feel this way, their aura speaks louder than words, sending out a silent signal of their spiritual abundance. Here's where the challenge arises. Narcissists are instinctively drawn to this light. To them, the aura of abundance is like a gold mine of energy they want to claim for themselves. Narcissists often live with a sense of emptiness, constantly seeking external sources to fill the void within. When they encounter a chosen one, they see an opportunity, a source of validation, attention, and emotional sustenance they can exploit. Your light is what makes you special, but it's also what makes you a target. Narcissists don't just see your energy, they crave it. They're drawn to the confidence and calm you exude, hoping to bask in it or take it for themselves. For chosen ones, this dynamic can feel draining and unfair, but it's also a lesson in discernment. Not everyone who approaches them deserves access to their energy. Learning to recognize the difference between genuine connections and parasitic ones is crucial. The aura of abundance is a gift, a reflection of the spiritual riches chosen ones have earned over lifetimes. It's what allows them to inspire and uplift others. By setting boundaries and protecting their light, chosen ones can continue to radiate abundance while ensuring that only those who truly value and respect them are allowed to share in it. Their energy is precious, and it should be shared wisely. Chosen ones often walk a path filled with profound spiritual meaning, much of which is shaped by their past lives and the agreements their souls made before entering this lifetime. These agreements are known as spiritual contracts, pre-arranged commitments between souls to meet and interact for the purpose of growth, healing, and evolution. When it comes to narcissists, these spiritual contracts can feel puzzling or even painful. After all, narcissists often bring chaos, manipulation, and emotional turmoil into the lives of chosen ones. But from a higher spiritual perspective, these encounters serve a greater purpose. The presence of a narcissist is not random. It's part of a carefully orchestrated plan for the chosen one's soul to evolve. In past lives, a chosen one may have left certain lessons incomplete or struggled with patterns that no longer serve their higher purpose. For instance, they might have been overly self-sacrificing, forgiving to a fault, or hesitant to set boundaries. To help resolve these patterns, their soul may have agreed to a spiritual contract with a narcissist, a soul who would challenge them to confront these tendencies and grow stronger. The narcissist's role in this dynamic is not to help directly, but to act as a catalyst. Their selfish behavior, manipulation, or emotional demands often force the chosen one to reflect on their own needs, priorities, and self-worth. While the experience can be painful, it's also transformative. It teaches the chosen one to recognize their own value, assert boundaries, and protect their energy. Even the most difficult relationships can carry a hidden purpose. While narcissists often seem like obstacles, they are, in some ways, spiritual teachers, though not in the traditional sense. Their presence forces the chosen one to grow in ways they might not have otherwise. It's also important to note that spiritual contracts don't mean a chosen one is destined to remain in a toxic relationship or endure endless suffering. The contract is fulfilled once the lesson is learned, and the chosen one is free to move on. Staying in a harmful situation beyond that point is not required and can even hinder their growth. Recognizing the existence of spiritual contracts can be both empowering and healing. Instead of feeling like a victim of circumstance, chosen ones can begin to see these encounters as opportunities for self-discovery and evolution. They can approach these relationships with compassion, not just for the narcissist but for themselves, while also taking steps to protect their well-being. Ultimately, spiritual contracts remind us that even life's hardest moments have meaning. They teach chosen ones to embrace their inner strength, break free from limiting patterns and step into their true power. These experiences are not easy, but they are transformative, shaping chosen ones into the resilient, wise, and compassionate individuals they are destined to be. In many past lives, chosen ones have often taken on the role of protectors or guardians. They might have been warriors shielding their communities, healers mending broken spirits, or spiritual guides safeguarding others' journeys. These experiences leave an imprint on their soul, a deeply ingrained sense of responsibility to protect and save those in need. This unfinished protector role carries over into their current life. Even if they are unaware of it, chosen ones often feel an instinctive pull toward people who are struggling or broken. It's as though a part of them recognizes this as their purpose, an old and familiar calling to step in and offer guidance or support. While this trait reflects their incredible compassion and strength, it can also make them vulnerable to being taken advantage of by toxic individuals, particularly narcissists. Narcissists are drawn to this protective energy like a magnet. They sense that the chosen one has a natural desire to help and a willingness to go above and beyond for others. Narcissists, who often crave attention and validation, play into this dynamic by presenting themselves as victims in need of saving. They exploit the chosen one's instincts, pulling them into a cycle of trying to fix someone who doesn't truly want to change. Here's where the realization can hit hard. Not everyone who asks for saving actually wants to be saved. While the chosen one's protector role is noble, it's important to discern who genuinely needs help and who is simply looking to drain their energy. The protector's journey in this life isn't about saving everyone, it's about learning to choose wisely and preserve their own strength. The unfinished protector role often comes with valuable lessons. It challenges the chosen one to redefine what protection means in this lifetime. Sometimes protecting someone means setting firm boundaries. Other times, it's about stepping back and allowing others to face their own challenges. It's not about fixing everyone else's problems, but empowering others to grow and heal on their own terms. Breaking free from this pattern requires self-awareness and balance. Chosen ones must recognize that their worth isn't tied to how much they help others or how many people they save. Their purpose is not to exhaust themselves for the sake of others, but to live in alignment with their higher self, strong, compassionate, and wise. The protector role is a beautiful part of the chosen one's soul journey. It speaks to their courage, empathy, and deep sense of duty. But in this lifetime, the lesson may be to protect not just others, but also themselves. By honoring their own needs and setting boundaries, chosen ones can embrace their protective nature without losing their light. Chosen ones often carry echoes of past life traumas, wounds that have shaped their soul's journey over lifetimes. These traumas, though often unseen, leave imprints on their energy, influencing their interactions and relationships in this life. For many chosen ones, these past life wounds resonate deeply with the emotional scars carried by narcissists. This resonance can create a toxic, yet strangely familiar connection, one that draws both individuals together in a dynamic rooted in unresolved pain. Narcissists are often individuals who carry significant emotional wounds, even if they mask them with a facade of confidence and control. At their core, they may feel unworthy, unloved, or deeply insecure. When they encounter a chosen one, whose past life traumas may mirror their own, they sense a familiarity, an unspoken understanding of pain. However, instead of seeking healing, narcissists tend to use this connection to manipulate and feed their need for validation and control. For chosen ones, the connection often feels like a call to help or heal. Their compassionate and empathetic nature, shaped by their past life experiences, makes them highly sensitive to the unspoken struggles of others. They might feel an almost magnetic pull toward the narcissist, believing they can provide the support and care the narcissist needs to heal. But this dynamic often becomes one-sided, with the chosen one giving endlessly, while the narcissist takes without reciprocating. Trauma can bond people, but not always in healthy ways. For chosen ones, recognizing this pattern is crucial. The familiarity of the connection doesn't mean it's beneficial or necessary. In many cases, it's a reflection of unresolved karmic lessons, an opportunity to finally break free from cycles of self-sacrifice and codependency. The relationship with a narcissist can serve as a mirror, forcing chosen ones to confront their own wounds. Why do they feel responsible for fixing others? Why is it so hard to walk away from someone who causes them pain? These questions, while uncomfortable, lead to profound self-awareness and healing. By facing their past life traumas and understanding how they shape their present choices, chosen ones can begin to rewrite their story. Healing from this dynamic doesn't mean abandoning their empathy or compassion. Instead, it involves learning to set boundaries, prioritize their own well-being, and recognize when a relationship is draining rather than nurturing. True healing begins when chosen ones realize they don't need to stay in toxic connections to prove their worth or fulfill their purpose. Past life traumas are not a life sentence. They are a lesson and an opportunity for growth. By acknowledging the role these traumas play in their relationships, chosen ones can break free from unhealthy cycles and step into a new chapter, one defined by balance, strength, and genuine connections that uplift their soul. The intense spiritual light that chosen ones carry is one of their most beautiful gifts. It's the result of many lifetimes of growth, learning, and overcoming challenges. This light isn't just about being good or pure, it's a deep, radiant energy that reflects their wisdom, strength, and connection to the divine. However, like any powerful force, this light has a dual nature. It doesn't only attract positive energy, but also draws in darker forces. One of the most common types of these darker energies is that of narcissists. Narcissists are often people who are emotionally wounded or disconnected from their own true essence. They might wear a mask of confidence, but beneath the surface, they are struggling with a deep void inside themselves. This emptiness causes them to seek out others who can provide them with validation and energy. The spiritual light of a chosen one acts as a beacon to these individuals, even if the chosen one is unaware of the effect they have. Narcissists are drawn to the light not because they want to heal or grow, but because they want to take. They want to absorb the light for themselves, feeding off the chosen one's energy to fill the emptiness they feel inside. This dynamic can create an unhealthy, parasitic relationship where the narcissist drains the chosen one while the chosen one gives and gives, often without realizing they are being exploited. This connection, light attracting shadow, is a natural law in many ways. It's not a reflection of the chosen one's worth or strength. It's simply that the brightness of their energy can become a source of attraction for those who have lost touch with their own inner light. It's similar to how the moonlight draws out nocturnal creatures. The moon doesn't seek to attract them, it just shines brightly, and the creatures are drawn to it. However, this situation offers an important lesson for chosen ones. The presence of a narcissist in their life isn't a random event. It's an opportunity for growth. It forces them to learn how to protect their energy, to recognize when someone is taking more than they are giving, and to develop the strength to set boundaries. The lesson isn't in changing the narcissist, it's in understanding their own power and learning how to shield their light from being drained. Chosen ones must remember that they are not here to save everyone. They are here to shine, but they must be discerning about who they allow close enough to absorb their energy. By recognizing that light attracts shadow, they can step into their role as protectors of their own energy, ensuring that they shine brightly without becoming a beacon for those who seek to diminish them. In past lives, many chosen ones were deeply selfless, living for the greater good, always putting others' needs above their own and finding fulfillment in acts of kindness and service. This deep-rooted selflessness becomes a part of their soul's vibrational frequency, creating an energy that resonates with compassion, love, and genuine care. This pure vibration makes them a natural giver, constantly seeking to help and uplift others, often to their own detriment. Interestingly, this selfless energy creates a vibrational opposite to the energy of narcissists who are driven by self-interest, entitlement, and a need for admiration. Narcissists are focused on what they can take from others to fill their insatiable void, with little concern for the well-being of those around them. They often lack empathy and struggle to understand the emotional needs of others. These contrasting energies, selfless love versus self-centered need, create a magnetic pull between the two. This opposites attract dynamic isn't just coincidental. The energy of the chosen one's past life selflessness calls to the narcissist's own deep-rooted insecurity and need for attention. On a subconscious level, narcissists are drawn to the selflessness of the chosen one because it fills a need within them. They want to be adored, admired, and cared for without offering anything in return. The chosen one, on the other hand, may feel compelled to help, believing it is their role to fix or heal those in need. The magnetic pull between these two energies creates an almost inevitable connection, one where the chosen one is constantly giving and the narcissist is constantly taking. For the chosen one, this connection can feel deeply familiar, as if they are fulfilling their purpose. However, what they may not realize is that this dynamic is often unbalanced and ultimately draining. The narcissist may play on the chosen one's empathy and desire to help, taking advantage of their selflessness. Over time, the chosen one may find themselves emotionally depleted, unsure of why their relationships seem to leave them feeling empty. This energetic opposition is an important lesson. It challenges the chosen one to learn how to maintain their selflessness without sacrificing their own needs. It teaches them the importance of boundaries, self-care, and recognizing when they are being manipulated or taken advantage of. The key lesson for the chosen one is understanding that selflessness doesn't mean being self-sacrificial to the point of harm. They are here to give, but they must also protect their energy and know when to step back. In the end, recognizing this magnetic pull between opposites allows the chosen one to reclaim their energy and rewrite the story of their selflessness, choosing healthier relationships where their giving nature is met with respect and reciprocity. In past lives, many chosen ones lived with a deep sense of selflessness. They were focused on helping others, often putting the needs of others ahead of their own. This selflessness was not just an action, it was woven into their very essence, becoming a part of their soul's vibration. Their energy radiated compassion, kindness, and a genuine desire to make the world a better place, often without expecting anything in return. Over lifetimes, this energy was cultivated and refined, creating a powerful force of unconditional love and care. Now imagine the opposite energy, narcissists. They are often driven by self-interest, needing constant validation and admiration to feel worthy. They can be emotionally distant, always seeking to take rather than give, as their inner void can never seem to be filled. This deep sense of entitlement and selfishness creates an energy that is the polar opposite of the selflessness chosen ones embody. This contrast between selflessness and self-centeredness creates a magnetic pull between the two. The narcissist is naturally drawn to the chosen one's light, seeking to absorb it to fill their own emptiness. The chosen one, in turn, may feel an urge to help, protect, or heal the narcissist, driven by their deep-rooted desire to give. This energetic opposition is what makes their connection so powerful but also so dangerous. The narcissist may appear charming, drawing the chosen one in with promises of admiration or love, while secretly taking advantage of their giving nature. The chosen one may feel compelled to sacrifice their time, energy, and resources to help someone who, in the end, doesn't offer much in return. This imbalance can lead to frustration and emotional depletion, as the chosen one gives without receiving the care they deserve. Ultimately, this connection serves as a reminder for the chosen one to recognize the importance of balance. They need to learn to give from a place of abundance, not sacrifice. The lesson is in understanding that being selfless doesn't mean being self-sacrificial. The chosen one must learn to recognize when they are being drained and to protect their energy from those who only seek to take. While the magnetic pull between these two energetic opposites may be strong, the real power lies in the chosen one's ability to understand and navigate it, ensuring that their selflessness doesn't come at the expense of their own well-being. Narcissists often have a strong desire to be admired and understood, but they also crave something deeper, a connection to something that seems mysterious and powerful. When they encounter a chosen one, they are instinctively drawn to the depth and wisdom that radiate from the chosen one's soul. This depth isn't just a surface trait, it's the accumulation of knowledge, experiences, and lessons learned over many lifetimes. Chosen ones carry within them a unique energy that reflects their spiritual growth. Their souls have lived through countless experiences, each contributing to a vast reservoir of wisdom that can't easily be explained or understood by others. This wisdom doesn't just show up in their actions or words, it's woven into their very being. There's a quiet strength and a sense of knowing that radiates from them, even if they are unaware of the full extent of it. For narcissists who are often focused on their own image and external validation, this deep well of wisdom is both fascinating and perplexing. It's something they don't have within themselves, and that lack creates a longing, a curiosity that can quickly turn into an obsession. Narcissists, driven by their need to control and dominate, will often try to gain access to the chosen one's energy and depth. They want to understand it, tap into it, and in many cases, use it to fulfill their own needs. This soul-level curiosity can lead narcissists to become overly intrigued by the chosen one, sometimes to the point of obsession. They might seek out the chosen one's attention, trying to uncover the source of their wisdom and allure. This curiosity may feel like admiration or fascination on the surface, but beneath it, there's often a need to possess or manipulate that deep, spiritual energy. For the chosen one, this can feel strange and uncomfortable. They may sense the narcissist's curiosity, but because it's often masked as flattery or fascination, they may not recognize the true intention behind it. The narcissist is not interested in genuinely connecting on a soul level. They are interested in using the chosen one's wisdom to serve their own needs, often without giving anything in return. This dynamic forces the chosen one to be discerning about who they share their energy with. They must recognize when someone is genuinely curious about their spiritual growth and when someone is simply trying to exploit it. The lesson for the chosen one is in understanding the difference between healthy curiosity, seeking connection and understanding, and unhealthy curiosity, seeking to use and control. By recognizing this, they can protect their energy and ensure that their wisdom is shared with those who will value it, not drain it. In past lives, many chosen ones develop tendencies to overgive, often putting others' needs before their own. This selflessness, while coming from a place of love and compassion, often led them to neglect their own emotional boundaries. Over time, this lack of boundaries became ingrained in their soul, and it carried over into their present life. As a result, chosen ones might struggle to say no when someone asks for help, even when it's draining or damaging to their well-being. This vulnerability doesn't go unnoticed, especially by narcissists. Narcissists are highly attuned to the emotional energy of others and can sense when someone lacks boundaries, making them easy targets. Their manipulative and exploitative nature is drawn to people who are overly giving or emotionally generous because these individuals can be taken advantage of without much resistance. When a chosen one is emotionally open and eager to help, narcissists will often test these boundaries. They may ask for more time, attention, or energy, subtly pushing the limits to see how far they can go without being stopped. At first, the chosen one might not even realize what is happening. They might believe they are simply fulfilling their role as a helper or healer, not noticing how their own emotional reserves are being depleted. Narcissists, on the other hand, are skilled at wearing down their target, knowing that the more they can ask for or take, the more they will drain the chosen one's energy. This dynamic can lead to a toxic cycle where the chosen one continuously gives and the narcissist continuously takes, without any sense of reciprocity or balance. Over time, this leaves the chosen one feeling emotionally exhausted and unappreciated, but because of their past life tendencies to overgive, they may continue to do so without ever setting clear limits. The key lesson here is for the chosen one to recognize the importance of setting emotional boundaries. They must learn that giving is a gift, but it should never come at the cost of their own well-being. Setting healthy emotional boundaries isn't about being selfish, it's about protecting their energy and ensuring that they can continue to give without feeling depleted. By learning to say no when necessary, the chosen one can break free from this cycle of overgiving and attract relationships that are more balanced and reciprocal. Narcissists, knowing that their ability to exploit emotional boundaries has been challenged, will often push back or try to manipulate the chosen one back into old patterns. But with practice, the chosen one can become more resilient, recognizing when their boundaries are being tested and strengthening their resolve to protect themselves. This process of learning and growth is an important part of the chosen one's spiritual evolution, allowing them to build healthier relationships and avoid falling into the trap of giving without receiving. In past lives, many chosen ones struggled to find a balance between selflessness and self-worth. They often gave so much of themselves to others, whether it was their time, energy, or love, that they lost sight of their own needs and boundaries. This imbalance created an internal conflict. While they wanted to help and heal, they sometimes neglected their own well-being, failing to recognize their own worth. Over time, this pattern became deeply ingrained in their soul, following them through lifetimes and influencing their behaviors in the present. Now, in this life, narcissists, who are expert manipulators, can sense this vulnerability. They are drawn to chosen ones because they see the potential to exploit this imbalance. Narcissists thrive on taking without giving, and they quickly recognize when someone is overly focused on others' needs at the expense of their own. This sets the stage for a dynamic where the narcissist will test the chosen one's ability to balance selflessness with self-worth. The narcissist will often push the chosen one to give more, demanding attention, love, and validation. They may play on the chosen one's insecurities, making them feel guilty for not giving enough or questioning their worth when they try to put themselves first. The chosen one, feeling the need to help and heal, may fall into the trap of overgiving once again, losing sight of their own needs. In doing so, they risk feeling drained and unappreciated, which can lead to feelings of frustration, resentment, or even self-doubt. This dynamic is more than just a challenge. It's an opportunity for growth. The relationship with the narcissist serves as a test of the chosen one's ability to find and maintain balance. It's a chance for them to learn that self-worth is not determined by how much they give to others, but by recognizing their own value as an individual. They need to understand that giving is an act of love, but it should never come at the expense of their own happiness and well-being. The challenge of balance is not an easy one, but it's a vital lesson for the chosen one's spiritual growth. By confronting this struggle head-on, they can learn to protect their energy, set boundaries, and embrace the fact that they are worthy of love and respect, just as much as anyone they choose to help. Overcoming the exploitation of this imbalance by narcissists can lead to a stronger sense of self and a deeper understanding of their true value. Chosen ones often carry a unique connection to divine light, an inner radiance that has been cultivated over many lifetimes of spiritual work and growth. This divine light represents their deep spiritual understanding, wisdom, and the purity of their soul. It shines through in everything they do, whether in their kindness, their compassion, or the way they carry themselves. This light is not something easily seen by everyone, but it can be felt by those who are attuned to energy and spiritual vibrations. For narcissists, this connection to divine light becomes a source of envy and intrigue. Narcissists are often deeply insecure, constantly seeking external validation and power to fill the emptiness they feel inside. They lack the ability to connect with their own inner light and, as a result, become drawn to those who do. When they encounter a chosen one, they subconsciously sense the divine light radiating from them, and it sparks a longing in them to possess or control it. The narcissist may not understand what they are drawn to, but they recognize the power of the energy the chosen one carries and want to feed off it. Rather than seeing the divine light as something to admire or learn from, narcissists view it as something they can take or manipulate. They may attempt to dominate or suppress the chosen one's light, either by making them feel unworthy of it or by trying to undermine their sense of self. This is not an act of love or admiration, but rather an attempt to diminish what the narcissist cannot have: true inner peace and spiritual connection. For the chosen one, this interaction can be challenging. It's often difficult to understand why someone would want to take or diminish the very light they've worked so hard to cultivate. However, this dynamic can also serve as a reminder of the importance of protecting their connection to divine light. It teaches them to remain grounded in their spiritual journey, knowing that their light is not something to be taken lightly. The more the chosen one connects with their divine light and nurtures it, the stronger their sense of self becomes. By recognizing when narcissists are trying to feed off their energy, they can set the necessary boundaries to protect their divine connection. In doing so, they continue to shine brighter, not for the narcissist's approval or validation, but for their own spiritual evolution and the good of the world around them. For many chosen ones, attracting narcissists into their lives is not just a coincidence. It often serves as a soul lesson, an opportunity for growth in an area they may have struggled with in past lives, learning to say no and prioritize self-care. Chosen ones, by nature, tend to be deeply caring and empathetic individuals who are eager to help others. They often give so much of themselves, believing that love and service are the highest virtues. However, this tendency can lead them to neglect their own well-being, especially when faced with people who demand more than they are able or willing to give. Narcissists are experts at exploiting the kindness and generosity of others. They know how to manipulate and wear down the chosen one's defenses, convincing them that they are needed or that they must sacrifice their own needs to serve the narcissist's desires. In these situations, the chosen one may struggle to say no, even when it's clear that their emotional, mental, or physical well-being is being compromised. The narcissist, with their endless demands and lack of reciprocity, pushes the chosen one to a breaking point, testing their limits and willingness to set boundaries. The lesson here is profound. The chosen one must learn that saying no is not an act of selfishness, but one of self-respect. Saying no is about honoring their own needs and recognizing that they are just as worthy of care, love, and attention as anyone else. By learning to say no, the chosen one begins to create healthy boundaries that protect their energy and emotional health. This can be a difficult lesson to learn, especially for someone who has spent lifetimes being a healer, a giver, or a protector of others. The process of learning to say no can feel uncomfortable at first, especially when narcissists push back or try to guilt-trip the chosen one into changing their decision. However, with practice, the chosen one can develop the strength to stand firm. Each time they say no, they are asserting their worth and demonstrating that they will no longer be taken advantage of. This lesson not only protects the chosen one from emotional manipulation, but it also empowers them to take better care of themselves, enabling them to show up as the best version of themselves for others